everybody, Mike Linville here from Black Dog Education and Pet Sitter Marketing, and welcome back. Now in today's video, what I'm going to do is a little something different. I'm actually going to go ahead and give you we're going to do like a video book review. Okay, I just got done reading Six Figure Pet Sitting by Kristin Morrison, and I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts about the book with you. All in all, I'm going to say this book is fantastic. If you're a pet sitter, you absolutely should be reading this book. If you're just in business, this is really a good book because it talks about a lot of really good things. But for pet sitters, absolutely, this is a great book and you should definitely check it out. The first thing that really struck out to me, even from the start of the book, is that you can definitely tell Kristin's coaching background. You know, she talks a lot about she goes through some visualization. She talks about understanding the purpose for your business, and she talks a lot about the inside game, right? If you've ever done anything in business, and either you have yourself with some limiting factors, right? You're saying, oh, I can't do it, I'm not smart enough, I can't charge that much money, I can't do this, I can't do that. Or there's going to be people that are around you. And you've got to be able to knock that stuff aside, right? I mean, any kind of success has to start in your own mind because you've got to be able to believe that you can do what you're going to do. If you tell yourself when you go into this process that I'm just going to be a pet sitter because I only want to make a couple of extra bucks, you're just going to make a couple of extra bucks, okay? If you're going to go into this, because think about this. If you take a look at the State of the Industry report that we put together over at Pet Sitter Marketing, we found out that the average income for pet sitters is around $40,000. She's talking six-figure pet sitting, so you're talking about more than doubling your business. Now, for a lot of people, if we say, look, next year we're going to double your business, unfathomable, right? They're going to be like, oh, there's no way I could do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. And then all the excuses start coming in. You've got to be able to break free of that. And some of the stuff that Kristin talks about helps you with that. I love that. The second thing that I really liked is she really puts a lot of emphasis on goals, right? She talks about goals, mentions them throughout the book, and she has some exercises in there that that kind of guide you through that. They ask the questions: what is this? What is this? How is this going to mean to you? What is this going to mean to you? Things like that. That really struck home with me because that's the exact same exercise that I do with my customers, right? Because you have to have a goal. You've got to be able to have something that you are aiming for, right? Or else you don't know when you're going to get there, right? The third thing that I really liked about this book is at the end of every single chapter, it's broken up into chapters. I think there's like 15, 16 chapters, something like that. But at the end of every single chapter, she has action steps. And some of them have multiple action steps, but it's like, look, you just learned this, now go do this. At the end of the day, it's your action, it's your hustle that's going to start moving that needle for you. Having all the theory in the world, if you don't put your feet on the ground, isn't going to do a thing for you, okay? Now, a couple of things that I wasn't necessarily so pleased about. She didn't go too much into the actual web development, and I know that when people are getting online, it's one of the areas that people get stuck on. I would have liked to have seen maybe some more step-by-step kind of information, like this is what you're going to want, this is how your website should be structured, this is where it's going. But again, Kristin's book is geared toward people that already have businesses, so I think the assumption is going to be that you already have a website, because she does talk in here about renewing your website, or looking at your website and making sure that it's the way that you want it to. It wasn't a huge sticking point for me. I mean, I totally get that. If you get into that, that's a topic for a whole nother book. That could easily turn this into, instead of a 225-page book, a 300 or a 400-page book. So, I completely understand that. All in all, I think that this is a great book. I think this is a really good business book, but I think this is a great book for pet sitters. So if you've got a pet sitting business and you haven't actually read this book, go spend the $40. Go to Amazon. They'll deliver it right to your front door. Check it out and see if you can't learn something. Because by spending a couple of nights reading a book, I mean, think about the level of knowledge that you can pick up. If you can pick up just one idea, one marketing tip, maybe something that that you can do if you're looking to hire somebody, that's going to absolutely pay for this stuff. So I encourage you to keep reading. Don't just keep reading this one. Just keep reading books in general. Continue your education in terms of business, and it's going to suit you well, okay? Again, this is Mike Linville from Black Dog Education and Pet Sitter Marketing. I want to say thank you. And if you've read this book, or you have any comments on Kristin's book in particular, please make sure that you make some comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Thanks.